It's been 30 seconds since I hit start, so I should be live. But I gotta see. Alright, I see it now. Yep, I've started. I'll check the audio in just a second. I cooked food with my amiibo stuff in between. I also used my amiibos, all that jazz.
Hi. Oh.
So I'm starting a little earlier tonight. Right now it's 9:53 p.m. Little earlier tonight because I have time. And also, I need time tonight. I need a lot of time to finish this tonight. So I cooked some meat, I cooked some apples. Actually, I'm about to run out of space to cook. I'll show you in just a second. So I got a couple things to talk about tonight, couple of small short stories and 2 big topics. Just gonna wait to see if anyone's gonna get on tonight. Nice ad. What was the ad? What'd you get? And you know what? I don't need this. 14 rupees. Do I have any clothes I can sell? Nope. So you can see apples are almost maxed. Meat just about maxed, and this is on the verge of getting maxed out too. Imagine paying attention to the ad. Well, you could at least see what it was. Anyways, not gonna waste any time, because we got a lot to do tonight, and hopefully we can get this done tonight. Did I even say what day it is? September 29th, that's the day. I really had to look at the calendar for that. You have ads now? You missed, like, the second to last stream I did where I talked all about this. So let's see. I got some small little stories to tell. You can watch the whole stream. No Valorant tonight, fellas? You picked one hell of a stream to come back to be able to watch the whole thing, because this is going to be some boring ass content. You're going to see in just a moment. You're going to be like, why is nothing happening? No Valorant. So anyways, let's see. I guess I'll lead off with this. I'll lead off on a somewhat positive note. Well, like a half positive one. But for the first time, I actually did my schoolwork. That's not a proud thing to say. I should always have my schoolwork done. But I have, like, I have one quick little paper thing to write at the end of each month. For every month this semester. That's like, what, 4 months? It's really short, not even a page. And I got that done. It's the 29th. I got it done yesterday on the 28th, and it's due on the 30th. I'm like, I don't want to do the same thing I did last semester where I was too lazy to do it, and that almost caused me to fail. So I'm like, even though I pushed it to just about the last minute, I'll just get it done. Believe me, it took me a total of, like, I don't know, not even 30 minutes. But I just had to extend that 30 minutes to, like, 2 to 3 hours, because I just kept on doing other stuff. Kept on coming back and forth between doing that. And I say that's halfway decent, like halfway good, because that was only one of the 2 things I needed to get done. I got this one done first, cause you know this one actually had a deadline. There's actually another thing that I need to get done. That doesn't have a deadline. It's just read an article and respond to it. I haven't done that yet. Is it lagging? Is it lagging? Is this thunderstorm lagging it? Because you remember how I talked about the Ethernet cable issues before? Well, there's another issue. That damn clip thing on the top of the cord broke off for me again. So this thing can actually just easily pop out of the adapter I got at any time. It should be plugged in. It should be working. It's just it's more easily able to pop back out. Ah, look at where that thing is. Oh my god, look at where it is. And these keys are not helping. That could not have landed in a more horrible spot. Nice spear. Hey, thanks. I'll take any compliment I can get. Let me just let this lightning strike first. Is it lagging? Did that lag it out? Alright, hopefully it doesn't fall in. I'm just gonna do this just in case. Up! No, get it. Yes, I got it. I really thought I lost that. No lag? Okay, good. How's the audio? I actually didn't check that yet. Let me check that. Okay. I heard it. Game audio is a little low, but whatever. At least to me. So I got one more, well, for now, one more assignment to do. I actually have 2 more. On top of, like, the 3 more papers I have to type out throughout the months. In hindsight, it all sounds really easy, because it is, but my ass is just too lazy to do it all. So yeah, there's that. I actually did my schoolwork for once. There were other topics I wanted to talk about. So here's a funny story from work that happened I think yesterday. There was this lady who came in. She wanted adjustments done to her frames. So I did the adjustments, and then she was asking me some other stuff, like she was asking me the prices for some lenses. She wanted, wait, Night Market is back for Valorant. You should buy a skin for a game you don't play. Sounds like a great idea. Anyway, so yeah, this lady was asking me for the price for progressive lenses. If like whoever knows what that is, like anyone who out there who does know what that is. I should also lay this out. Like, don't forget, I live in Canada. Let me just say that. So this lady asked for the price. I told her the price. Now, once again, different places do things differently. People could say this price is expensive. People could say this is cheap. Look, this is just how we do it, okay? So for us, ignore the sound by the way, for us the price is $180, starting at $180 for progressive lenses if your prescription's light enough. And she was like, wow, $180? That's expensive, wow. She was writing on the, like, air writing on the table, 180, and she was like, 180 Canadian dollars? I gave her the most cringe face I could possibly make. I stood there staring at her with a look like, you really just said that, didn't you? Like, do you realize what you just said? Like, it wasn't even bargaining the price this time. It was asking me the currency. That's what shocked me the most. yes, she found it expensive, but she also asked me, this currency? You know, the currency of the country we're currently on? Or in? Why did I say on? In my mind, I was thinking of that meme like, well, no fucking shit. It's like, how are you gonna ask me, in Canada, if we use the Canadian currency? I just stood there staring at her with the most shocked and, I don't know. How are you really gonna ask? I think immediately I gave her the face and she immediately realized what she had asked. Like, how it may have sounded. I really can't believe this has never happened to me before. This is the first. Talk about some 180 Canadian dollars? While we're in Canada, you take Canadian currency? That's absurd. That's unheard of. What is this ludicrous act that you speak of? You don't take, I don't know, say USD currency in Canada? Where the price is a little cheaper? I'm pretty sure. People say Switch games in the US are 60 bucks, but here it's 80. And then plus tax, it's over $90. Should I buy the 4 pieces of the Greninja card tomorrow? I was actually about to, you know, look that up online and buy it myself as well. I haven't bought Pokemon cards since 2016? So like 5 years ago. 5.5 years ago, because I remember it was like February. I bought the last bit of Pokemon cards I ever did. Well, that's not including the promo ones, like the special ones, you know, the McDonald's ones, not those ones. I mean actual cards from the store, not McDonald's ones. So I have 2 main topics, quote unquote, to talk about tonight. But before that, like I said, I got a couple of short stories. I just told 2 of them. So while this is on my mind, I still got 2 more short ones to say. So I think a couple of days ago, I think last week. So my younger dog Sky, he went to the vet to go get a shot. I think it was a rabies shot. It was early in the morning. And my older dog, Toby, he's 9 now, and Sky's 1. I can't believe it's already been a year since he was born, and he already came and lived with us. Jeez. But yeah, he went to the vet to get a vaccine shot. My sister was the one who took him early in the morning at like 11 a.m. That's not too early, but still. And Toby, he was going frantic. He was like, why are you taking him only? Why aren't you taking me? Assuming that he didn't know it was going to the vet. Like, he was going insane. He barked more crazy than normal. It wasn't like he was barking the way he does. Say we open the front door, or the doorbell rings, or when the front door is open, he sees someone's outside. He barked differently this time. And I realized what it potentially could have meant. And my heart just broke because of the thought of what was going through his mind. Because I believe the second to last time, because the last time Sky went to the vet, it was for a neutering operation. But yeah, the second to last time this happened, in his mind, he was like, but in his mind, the second to last time this sort of thing happened, you know, to him, we took his brother away and he never came back. So I couldn't help but think, was that running through his mind this time? Was he thinking, you're taking another one of my brothers away, Like, are you actually gonna bring him back this time? Because the last time you did this, you know, my older brother never came back. And that absolutely broke my heart thinking about that. You know, he was barking frantically. I was trying to calm him down, trying to assure him, your brother will be back. He will come back. He's only getting a vaccine shot or whatever. Not vaccine, a rabies shot. I just couldn't stop thinking about that throughout the whole day. You know, because my dog is he's a smart dog. He knows things. He knows how to do things. So I don't know. Maybe that was going through his head. Maybe he had the concern. Is it weird to eat Cheetos with chopsticks? No, you don't want the Cheetos dust to get on your fingers. I sometimes eat it with a toothpick. That's rare though. I usually just use my hands. If I'm not feeling like getting my fingers dirty, I'll just use a toothpick if it's available. I haven't really used chopsticks to eat chips before. So here's another quick story. I think maybe the last one, unless I remember another. Well, I think this one happened yesterday. It was right before work. And when I mean right before, I mean, you know, literally me just outside of the store, about to open the store. Where? Oh, it's that way. So I was walking down the mall's sort of hallway, sort of corridor? Mall's corridor. I was walking down the mall, okay? And, you know, it was early in the morning. There was no one in the mall. No one in front of me. No one in my path. So, I just had to, you know, I just had to let one up. I just had to rip one out, if you know what I'm saying. So I was approaching the store, and there was a lady waiting outside. I assumed she wanted to come in, but no, she was just standing outside talking on her phone. And it was just a coincidence she was outside the store. So I let a big one out, and, you know, she seeing us approach the store about to open it, she walked directly to where I was standing, where I was walking, where I let one rip out. and I was like, geez, like, if I can smell it, then she certainly can, especially since she's walking towards it. And, you know, I had this worried look, not worried look, I had this worried, you know, concern. Like, I was staring that direction. That didn't really help. Because I saw her. She walked that way, and then she looked back, and she looked at the only two people that walked down that path. You know, it was my mom and it was me. And there's no way that a lady like my mom would have done it. So obviously she looked directly at me, and because I was looking back, that kind of confirmed, like, she has to be a woman too. She was an older woman, like a middle-aged woman. So don't be like, I missed my chance with a really cute girl. You know, I kind of ruined my chance. No, it wasn't like that. It was a middle-aged woman. So yeah, she looked to our direction, and then, you know, through a process of elimination, she can easily tell which one of the two what is the prime suspect. Is the guilty culprit. And, you know, me looking directly back at her at that direction, like, that hella confirmed, yeah, it was you. She, like, in her mind, it was like, it was you. You let a real stinker out right here, where I walked towards. What if she liked the smell somehow? You got some sort of fart fetish you're not telling me about? But yeah, like, I crop dusted the hell out some lady. And unfortunately, unfortunately for her, like, I was able to smell it too. And boy, did that one stink. I know this is unpleasant, like, no one wants to hear how bad my farts smell. But hey, keep in mind, okay, we're all human, we all do it too. You do it too. It's just, you know, people don't usually talk about it like this. Alright, don't shame me for some natural human body functions. And, you know, to my knowledge, it's unhealthy to keep it in. You know, it's best to let it out. You're gonna shame me for trying to be healthy? Let's be honest, I ain't healthy. I actually haven't been feeling too great the past few days. You know, I was going to do this yesterday night, but the reason I didn't, not only because, you know, some people were busy to watch. Damn, this board just rammed into me. Aside from the fact that some people were too busy to watch, which, you know, is whatever. Aside from that, I just wasn't feeling too great yesterday. I had a headache that started in the middle of the day and lasted all the way until night. Damn, right in the middle of a camp. Alright, you guys enjoy your sleep. I'm just gonna grab this, you know, probably really precious material that fell from the sky and just get out of here. But yeah, I didn't do this last night because I wasn't feeling too great. My eyes have been getting irritated a lot the past few nights. Not nights. Past few days. Like last night my eyes started like bulging outwards, like the white part of it, so I just, you know, I was like, it's probably not a good idea for me to stare at a screen for like 2 hours. So I didn't play this last night, and also because I had a headache. So what I did instead last night was I actually took a nap at 10 p.m. at night. You know, some people would say, why didn't you just go to bed? You know, if it was 10 at night, why didn't you just sleep until morning? Well, I got stuff I want to get done at night. So, yeah, I took a nap last night at like 10 p.m. and I remember waking up around like 12:30 a.m. I ended up sleeping at like 4 a.m. last night. I remember I woke up, my family were all concerned. They were like, you okay? You don't normally take naps at night, let alone that long. Like, you feeling okay? You're not sick, right? And I'm like, nah, it was just a headache. I just took a nap. My headache was mostly gone after. Like, there was still a slight pinch of I don't want to say a migraine. But yeah, there was still a hint of it, but, you know, not enough to bother me. So yeah, that's why I didn't do this last night. I was going to, but then I wasn't feeling too hot, and nobody would have watched. So I'm like, you know what? I'll save this for tomorrow night. Nobody cares if I do this anyways. The 4 cards that make up that Greninja card cost about $50. Worth it or pass? Well, you have to remember, you're not only getting those 4 cards. You're also getting a couple of booster packs, maybe one of those coins. I don't know what else. I haven't bought Pokemon cards in a long time. Yeah, I'll go to this one. I should also mention, had I known last time that I needed a total of 32 of these, I would have done one more last time. I would have gotten 16 last time instead of 15. That way I would get, you know, an even number amount this time, another 16. Instead of 15 last time, and this time 17. I could have done that. How many do I have now? I got 4, and this one will make 5, wherever it is. You know what? I can get some nighttime speed bonus. So where is it? Oh, okay, there it is. I don't even need to cross the bridge. I'll just fly across. I'll fly halfway and swim the rest. Alright, so I got two things I want to talk about tonight, and both of them are related to shows and films. I want to talk about the newest What If episode that dropped today, which there's your spoiler warning in case you haven't seen it yet. It did drop today. You know what, speaking of which, before I continue, let me just explain why I went to bed at 4 AM last night. That's because I took a nap, so I wasn't going to sleep anytime soon. So I just stayed up until 3 AM, because that's when the episodes drop my time. And this one I was excited for because it was the Ultron one. I think I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that after the next topic. Just in case. Well, not in case. In case of what? But earlier today, like something I want to talk about, because I saw this recommended, and I've seen it trending the past few days too. I guess it was a big deal. Where is a Guardian at? I don't need to take down a Guardian, so goodbye. And there's Hinox right next to me. Hey, can I get rid of the stamp? Thank you. So I saw today a breakdown. Sort of a breakdown. Like I saw how to beat, how to win or whatever. How to beat Squid Game. If anyone knows what that film is, I think it came out recently. I think it came out this last week. Maybe. I didn't look up the release date. But yeah, I've been seeing this trending. I've been seeing this recommended. I've seen a lot of people do videos on it. I'm like, I wasn't gonna watch it anyways, but then I saw it, you know, pick up so much traction. I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll give it a watch. I'll give the 40-minute video a watch, and I'm so glad I did. Because what an interesting and fascinating film. Even though I know the ending now, like I know the whole plot, I kind of want to watch the whole film. No spoilers, you're about to watch it. Aw, man, I was about to go into spoilers too. You know the film I'm talking about, right? Fine, I'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but I'll just say that, you know, the channel that was breaking it down and saying things that what you should do or what you want to do in order to survive. A lot of the points that I was thinking about too, I'm like, how would I survive this? And a lot of points that the guy said, it was like, yup, it's exactly what I would do. That is correct. You should be doing this, or you should not be doing this. Trust this person? Hell nah. Take the win. There was one line that I actually laughed out loud about. You know, with the guy saying it, it was that one scene in the subway, or I guess. And he was like, if any of these trains go to Busan, then they're kind of screwed. Because it was the same guy, whatever his name is. You know, the guy that was the main character. The actor who played the main character in Train to Busan. I just laughed out loud so hard because even I recognized it was the same actor. And in the video breaking it down, like how perfect was it that that scene took place next to a subway train? And then, you know, the dude was making a joke like, if any of these trains are going to Busan, then they're kind of screwed. I couldn't help but laugh at that. You know, I had no idea what the film was even about. I just saw it recommended. And I'm just like, fine, I'll check it out. I didn't even know what the what the name of the film had relation to with the actual the actual film. Until like the end of the film. I assume it's like what, the final 15-20 minutes of who knows how long that film is, because I didn't look up the runtime either. I didn't look up anything about this film. So it's like, so the name of the film is only relevant to, I don't know, maybe the final act of the film. You know, this isn't really spoilers, but you know, one point in the film, the guy was breaking it down. Like, what you want to do here is you want to huddle up in a corner, and I was thinking, yup, that's what you should do. When you're in a corner, you can actually see what's in front of you instead of being in the middle, where you can't actually see what's coming from all directions. But one point that he brought up, which I didn't think about, was hide under the bed. I didn't think about that. That's actually pretty smart. You know, because the setting is dark. People are crazy. So they wouldn't really be thinking about checking under beds. Unless one person happens to check under the bed. In that case, you're kind of screwed. What an interesting concept for a film, though. It's kind of... I can't really say it's too original, because it is kind of like Saw. I feel like I could survive this film, the Squid Game film. I feel like I could survive that. At the very least, I could make it near the end. But Saw, I'm not surviving that. I'd die first round. Because I'd be too stupid to figure out how to solve it. I'd be like that Dr. Phil scene with with Shaq, not Shaquille O'Neal. Wait. Crap, I'm getting it mixed up. I'm getting it mixed up with Shia LaBeouf. No, it is Shaquille O'Neal. Like that one scene in Scary Movie 4, was it? It's like, he wants us to cut off her feet. Dr. Phil's just like, bullshit. And then he cuts off the wrong foot. I think you guys actually left. It's fine. I mean, I did warn you guys this would be some boring gameplay. All I'm doing is grinding for these. This should be the last one. Because I just need 16 more of them total. So I got 6, so I just need 10 more. At least they seem to be going quicker tonight. Like they're actually showing up. Instead of some nights where they don't. Watch me jinx it immediately. Like right now, one's not going to show up. But if we finish this tonight, we can finally move on to doing something different in this game next time. Which, like, hooray. Once again, I did not intend for this to take so long. I thought the mini-bosses would take me minimum 3. That ended up taking me 5. And this one, I didn't even check how many this has taken me. So, if anyone's still watching, what you up to? I already got the dishes done tonight, so that's why I have more free time tonight. Right now, I got 6 shows a week to watch. I don't know if anyone could hear that just now. If you didn't, then ignore that. Let me think. On Sundays, I got Walking Dead. And then once part 1 out of 3 of the final season's done, we're gonna get Walking Dead World Beyond and then Fear the Walking Dead. Tuesdays, I got Stargirl and Supergirl. Wednesdays, I got What If. It's going to end next week with episode 9. Thursday, I got Titans and Doom Patrol. And I think that's it for now, until at least more of my shows come back. So yeah, no one watching no more. Cool. Not a problem. That means I can talk in spoilers and no one will care. And that right there is a signal to everyone who, even if they were watching, to immediately click off. The end of the film, he was pinned against his childhood friend. Because what a surprise, the main character's got plot armor. And in my mind, it's like, man, screw the childhood friend. You're fighting for your life, and who knows how much money you could win at the end. You get to live, you get to be the last one living, and you get all that money? Shoo. Because I assume it was a childhood friend that he hadn't seen since childhood. That's how it kind of was implied to me, at least. I don't think it was a childhood friend that they grew up together, their whole lives. Shoot, I knew some childhood friends who I haven't spoken to since childhood. If it was a life and death situation, and say, I don't know how much money that was to Canadian currency, I don't know, say $10 million. Just an example. I don't know if that's accurate or not. You pit me up against life and death against a childhood friend who I haven't spoken to since, I don't know, 2nd grade. And one of us has to die. The other one gets to live and get 10 mil. Shoot, that person dying right there. No hesitation. I will pin you down and I will, like, right in the throat. Because in the film, they got two steak knives. The red light, green light scene was pretty insane, too. Using meat shields was a good idea. Going to the corner was a good idea. But, this is easier said than done, but that is no time to freeze up in fear. If I was there, I would take smooth, simple, small steps. Enough to get me a good distance, but not too fast. Where if I'm suddenly caught off guard, where the head turns around, I would be able to move. I would be able to stop because I move smooth enough. Smooth and slowly enough where I'm able to stop so I can avoid being shot. And then there was that game where you had to cut out the cookie thing, whatever it was. Loosening it up, like softening it up with moisture was a good idea. I would not have thought about that. Of course, I would not have gone for the umbrella, despite knowing or not what the game was. Whoops. Tug of war. That was a intense scene. Like when I saw the breakdown, I had no idea what would have happened there. Like what tips could have been given to survive this. The idea that one dude had, where it's like take 3 steps forward, that was a really good idea. Catch the other team off balance. Unfortunately, if I was ever in that situation, like choose teams of 10 for something you have no idea what for. And if it turns out it's tug of war, man, the buff people ain't gonna choose me. Same as gym class, I was last picked for teams or whatever. It's like everyone, your team captains are about to choose the teams now. And it's like 2 people. Hey, look, there's a memory right here. We will be back for that very later on. I'll do the memories all at once, but later on. So, unfortunately for these guys, they were on a losing team. You know, they had 3 skinny women and 1 old guy. Compared to the opposite team, which had a bunch of buff-ass dudes. So it's like, in a game of tug-of-war, it's like, you guys seem pretty screwed. But, you know, their idea of... That guy's one idea of stepping forward 3 steps to catch the other team off guard. That's a good idea. You want to make sure you shout that loud enough, just loud enough that your team can hear it, but not too loud, so that the other team, you know, can also hear it too. So they can hatch a plan. Use that to their advantage. The glass one, though, that one, you know what I would have done? I would have reached out and just banged the glass with my fist. If I bang it hard enough and it shatters, then I'll know that one's the faulty one. Of course, you know, that might not work in the real life situation. People really left because I was about to talk about this stuff. What else happened? I'm trying to remember what else happened in the film. Like, at the end of the film, dude got all that money and didn't spend any of it. Like, for a whole year. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? I would have gone on a spending spree. Sure, I would have been down that a bunch of people died. But, hey, I'm the winner. I got to live. I got all the money. Time to go enjoy some life. You know? I'm thankful to be alive. I may as well get some stuff while I'm still alive to enjoy. Buy me some nice food. Get me some nice drip. Buy some stuff that I want to collect. You know, buy some expensive merch. What's something that's expensive? I don't know. First 4 figures. Their figures are quite expensive. That Banjo and Kazooie one, I think first 4 figures did that. That Banjo Kazooie one was like over $250. I think. I want to go on vacation. Really trying to think. What else happened in that film? Weren't there 6 games? There was red light, green light. There was that cookie cutter thing. There was a final one that was the Squid Game. That's 3. There was a glass. That's 4. What was 5 and 6? Oh yeah, there was the one with the marbles where you can pick your own. So that's 5. What was the 6th one? What was the last one? Tug-of-war. That's it. That's all 6. I haven't talked about the marble ones yet. I think the only rule was no violence. So beating up your opponent and taking the marbles is out of the question. So you do have to do it peacefully. You have to do it, well, fairly is questionable. Like you can scam the other person as long as you do it violence free. But in the film, that one dude who won with his partner, like against his partner, he was wrong to be like, yeah, I trust you. You can trick some other people to get more marbles so we can both survive. Hell nah. I'm sorry, but If I'm winning, if I won, I'm out of there. Especially when it's someone I only just met in this dire situation. There's also the fact that if a majority of the contestants voted to leave the game, then everyone can leave. But the thing about that is, they did leave. And then they decided to come back. I'm like, what the hell wrong with you people? You want to go back to die? Sure, there's a lot of money, but that ain't worth it. I ain't trying to die for no, 10 mil, as an example. Especially with, like, what, 200 other players who can kill me at any time? Nope. Hell no, I'll just track down the winner and kill him. Take the money at the very end. Then again, that's kind of impossible. You wouldn't know who were the contestants, any of their names, you just have to recognize their face. And there's no way of knowing who won, and whoever won, where they would end up. I'll give myself some nighttime speed bonus, why not? How many do I have now? 7. And this will make 8. Last time I checked I had 6. And now I got 7 of them. What progress. I was also debating whether to get. Of course, I'm gonna get the game. Like, what console? I'm actually debating. Do I get Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl on Switch or on PS4? Because I don't have a PS5 yet. Probably won't till 2023. But it's like PS4. It's a stronger console, stronger hardware. Better gameplay, better graphics, I assume. But on Switch, well, I don't play on my PS4 all that often. But on Switch, I bring that with me everywhere, every day. Well, I can play it any time. It's on handheld. Let's be honest, downloading DLC on Switch is much easier on PS4. Because Sony just loves to make their systems way too complicated than it needs to be. I still can't figure out how to navigate my way through the PlayStation Store. On Switch, it's nice and easy. It's like, it's all labeled. New games, search, downloadable content. Like, as much as I want it on a stronger hardware like the PS4, I'm probably going to get it for Switch. Because it is confirmed that game will have DLC. Can you imagine All-Stars it's going to be like Smash and will get third-party DLC characters? Or just third-party characters in general, not just Nickelodeon? Because while Nickelodeon has a vast cast of characters, eventually they'll run out. Gaming, yeah, they're not running out of characters anytime soon. Or ever. But Nickelodeon, unless they, strike deals with the other animators like Frederator, because that's probably why shows like Fairly OddParents and Teenage Robot aren't in the game. I'll probably do either videos or streams of that game. I'm not the only one who's hyped for that game. I do have a slight pinch of a headache tonight, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's next to nothing. I don't know, let's talk about what if. Nobody's watching, so nobody cares about spoilers. So in the future, when this is posted, if you're watching and you haven't seen the episode yet, Season 1, Episode 8, then here's your spoiler warning. I kind of unintentionally turned my streams into like a weekly review. I don't know, it's just because these past few episodes, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Get my thoughts out there, even if no one hears it. Because that zombies one, I had a lot of things to point out about that one. The Party Thor one, I had a couple ones to say. And this one, in terms of Ultron winning, the title's literally called What If Ultron Won? I can't believe, by the way, I can't believe last time I got Kevin Spader and James, wait. No, wait. Crap, I got the names mixed up again. James Spader and Kevin something. I can't even remember the name now. Kevin Spacey? Is that his name? Crap. I can't believe I got the two mixed up last time. Yeah, Kevin Spacey and James Spader. I can't believe I got the two of them mixed up last time. That was my bad. I was like, Kevin Spader. Wait. No, Kevin Spacey doesn't voice Ultron. James Spader. It's the last name that's getting me confused. Spacey and Spader. Ooh. Wasn't paying attention. A part of me hoped that James Spader came back to voice Ultron, but he did not. They got him to come back for freaking damage control, but not what if. So yeah, I actually did not know who was voicing Ultron this time. It wasn't until I looked at the end credits. It was Ross Marquand. I'm like, really? I didn't even recognize his voice. Of course, I can't really recognize his voice when he does Red Skull, because, well, that's understandable. He's doing an accent. But voicing Ultron, I could not tell it was him. It wasn't until I saw the name, and then, you know, I closed my eyes, listened to the voice, and really tried to picture the words leaving his mouth. It's like, yeah, I can kind of see it. I can kind of hear it. But not really. Not too much. So, Ross Marquand now voices two characters. He voices Red Skull and Ultron. But yeah, it was kind of weird. First of all, hearing Ultron's voice coming out of Vision's body, that's a little weird. And second, for me, hearing Ross Marquand's voice come out of Vision. Because, you know, he plays Aaron on Walking Dead, so I really didn't recognize his voice at all. What is that, 8 now? No, that's 9, even better. Been doing this for almost an hour now. But yeah, this episode was insane. You know, the slight continuity error from the last episode. Because in terms of Party Thor, Uatu the Watcher was surprised by Ultron's appearance. And in this episode, you know, he's now learning about Ultron. Like, he didn't know about Ultron before. So it's like, what kind of continuity error is this? My two different explanations are, there was supposed to be another episode that aired, but because of production delays or whatever, it couldn't meet the deadline, so that got pushed to Season 2, so there's that. Also, the way I kind of, you know, maneuver my way around that issue is that Uatu was, you know, he was seeing Ultron come to the past, or the future, whatever. No, come to the past. Come to the past and begin invading. So he then went to Ultron's universe to observe how that universe happened. And then he kinda unintentionally made Ultron aware of the multiverse. So he kinda is the reason that Ultron showed up in Thor's universe. It's kind of a time loop, which doesn't really make sense, because Uatu is outside of time and space. So it doesn't really work that way. Him going to Ultron's universe and making him aware of the multiverse so Ultron would show up in Thor's universe. Because, you know, Uatu already moved on. By the time that Ultron would have showed up, Uatu would have been gone. He's not observing that universe anymore. So he would not have, you know, been made aware of Ultron. So he would not have gone to Ultron's universe to observe. It's kind of confusing. It's not exactly a time loop, because Uatu's outside of time. Or at least the way time works in the universes, whatever. But yeah, I found it kind of surprising. Ultron just destroyed the entire universe, deprived it of all life. Like, Ultron went so far to eliminate all life in the universe. Ultron is alone in the universe. The only thing left in the universe is Ultron's hive mind. I would have loved to see how Ultron dealt with the Celestials, but unfortunately we're not gonna get that. You know, I really liked how Arnim Zola took over one of the Sentry bots. It really reminded me of the Sark. Let's see if who know what I'm referencing there. The way the Sark changed color based on who they were serving, when the Sark changed from blue to red. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you a real one. That show was awesome. But yeah, from the Sentry bots changing from red under Ultron's control to green being Zola, I really like that, because that was exactly how the Sark worked. You know, I never did the comparison, but Ultron's kind of like Zemric. He doesn't have a Zug, but he does have a bunch of Sark. Anyways, what I couldn't get over in the film, well, I was texting this guy who I met online. Like, he watches the show too. When I told him it was that easy, that's it. That's all that had to be done. Like, he was a little bit behind me, so he didn't get to the scene yet. And when he got to the scene, he was like, I see what you're talking about. It was a scene Ultron killed Thanos with a single swipe of the Mind Stone. It was like, it was that easy? That took no effort. What was the point of Infinity War and Endgame then? When it was that easy to destroy and kill Thanos? More and more evidence makes me think, or makes me just know, that the Russo brothers just lied their ass off. When they were asked, why couldn't Doctor Strange just cut off Thanos' arm using one of the portals? And they were like, Thanos' skin is too tough, the portal would not have cut it. Bullshit. The portal absolutely would have cut it. We've seen more and more evidence of how easily Thanos can be killed. A single beam of the Mind Stone can cut him in half. So a portal can absolutely cut the gauntlet off. They just didn't want to, you know, they just never addressed something so easy in the film. I should also mention, like earlier I talked about the lady asking about Canadian currency. The same guy I was texting to, he was like, maybe she's a tourist. I was just replying to him like, if I went to, say, Japan, you would not hear me question the price. Would this be in Japanese currency? I just hiccuped. But yeah, you will not hear me question, do you use your country's currency in said country? Like, what the hell? What type of stupid example is that? tilted fire. Why not? Like trying to excuse the woman of asking me such a stupid question. I came so close to just lashing out in a way like, did you really just ask that? Like I almost let her have it too, asking such a dumbass question like that. But yeah, the way Ultron just decimated Thanos with ease, it's like, what was the point of the films then? Thanos easily could have been stopped. Of course, you know, there's a lot of other factors too, like Thanos was caught off guard because he didn't expect to die at that moment. I'm sure Thanos also didn't expect to come to an Earth that was destroyed already. And Thanos was ready to fight, but doesn't mean he was going to. Like, he was... In the film, he didn't want to kill. Well, of course he did, but he didn't want to purposefully kill just to get the stones. He was going to if he had to. He was fighting the Avengers just to stop them so he can get the stone. He wasn't fighting with the intent to kill. At least, you know, if he did, he would have just, you know, clenched his hand and just killed them right there. But yeah, Ultron got all 6 stones, so that proves how powerful he's become. He destroyed the entire universe, for God's sake. And then I thought it was because he became so powerful. That's why he could hear the Watcher, but I heard people also say because he was in a universe with no life, it was so quiet that he can hear him. It's like, yeah, I guess that works too. But Ultron, you know, the fact that he's powerful enough to actually break through the dimensional barrier and end up wherever the Watcher was, that proves how powerful Ultron is. It's great to see the Watcher actually do something and start doing some sort of combat. His costume's a little wonky. Looks a little weird. But whatever. I can't wait to see this character in live action, honestly. So we actually see glimpses of multiple universes. That was kind of wacky there. Once again, the stones should not work outside their own universe, but you know what? Continuity errors happen. No matter how much we don't want them to. I guess they work for a reason. Whatever that reason is, we won't know and we will never know. We just accept that there is a reason and it is happening. There were some minor continuity errors. Like, if Ultron killed Thor, that means no one was able to stop Ragnarok, so Surtur would have easily destroyed Ragnarok by the time of Ultron's invasion, I think. Yeah. Because Thanos arrived on Earth. Thanos and the Infinity Stones, like, that happened in 2018. So Ultron's takeover of Earth had to have taken place for 3 years. Ultron was built in 2015. Infinity War happened in 2018. So Ultron had to have, you know, destroyed all of Earth within 3 years. That's when Thanos showed up. But Ragnarok happened before Infinity War. So with no Thor, no one to stop Surtur, Ragnarok should have already happened before Thanos showed up. But Thanos showed up, Ultron got the stones, and then went to Asgard to destroy it. Ragnarok hadn't happened. So where was Ragnarok? Also, why were the Guardians on the Sovereign again? They were on the Sovereign to them in 2014. Guardians Volume 2 may have came out in 2016, but it only takes place 2 months after the first one. So it's still the year 2014. So why were they on the Sovereign again? At least the car, that one made sense. Korg being still in the arena. I was wondering what that sound was. Korg still being in the arena makes sense because Thor never went to Sakaar. Brought, well, that means Loki didn't bring Korg and Meek with them. So that one makes sense. It makes sense Korg will still be there. But, you know, that's just minor stuff. I don't think anyone's even going to notice it. I like the end of the episode, though. You know, it's great to see Doctor Strange Supreme is still at least in good spirits. The man destroyed his entire universe, saw his love die again, yet he's still smiling because, you know, he's happy to see the Watcher crawling back. And there goes my fire. At least he's able to smile. Like, I like that. Because Strange Supreme, he wasn't bad. He wasn't evil. He was just arrogant and misguided. Determined. But deranged. Like, he's still a good guy at heart. He's still the same Doctor Strange that we know. Just went too far. So I like that. I like that he's going to be redeemed. Because he didn't deserve to... Well, he kind of did. But he sort of doesn't completely deserve to be trapped in that little bubble of his and just left there to live out the rest of his days until he dies. Like, he kind of deserves that, but he kind of doesn't, because he's still a good person at heart. But yeah, I do like to see him at the end, like, still smiling. At least he's still got spirit in him. Next episode, the season 1 finale is looking to be a banger. We're gonna see a team up. I really can't wait to see all the characters we've been watching thus far. The Watcher's gonna show up before them. It's like, we need your help. They're all gonna be like, who are you? Like, we know him. We know the characters, but they don't know each other. They don't know he's been watching them this whole time. That's gonna be interesting to watch. I really hope season 1 doesn't end on a cliffhanger. And it'll be picked up, will be resolved in season 2, like Loki at least. Well, that was not too much of a cliffhanger. Can I get that arrow? Nope, I'm all full. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention. So I got some more elemental arrows. Got quite a lot of shock arrows, and also my rupees. If you, there, now you can see it. I actually got a gold rupee from my amiibos. I think a silver one too. Sup, Lo Korok? I don't remember when I got you, but I'm just here to pick this up. This is number 12, so I just need 4 more. I've been doing this for an hour and 10, roughly. So, good progress. Not bad. Last time it took me almost 2 hours just to get 15. Now we're only an hour in, and we got 12. So that's good. That's good. This is how grinding for these should be. You know, I thought this was going to be longer than last time because I need 2 more. No way. No, I need 5 more. Because I need 17 of them. Wait. 15, 17, yeah. But yeah, I thought this would take me longer than last time. I was prepared for like at least 2.5 hours. Looks like I'm only going to make it to like 2. Maybe. Oh wait, I need to make it night again. Duh. I do still wish What If was live action. Would have been awesome to see live action. but that's way too expensive. Like, the end result versus the price to make it would not have been worth it. You have to build who knows how many set pieces. You have to pay all the actors for coming back. Like, I can't imagine you have to pay them the price for a full film, but you still have to pay them handsomely. Yet, you know, CGI is quite expensive as well. It's like motion capture, special effects, all that stuff would have been way too expensive. More expensive than just having the actors voice act and animating the series. But, once again, despite understanding that, I still would have loved to see the show be live action. Again, I would love any sort of explanation, like when the Watcher comes into live action, because we know it'll happen one day. When that happens, he's gonna be like, we witnessed those other universes in animated format. Literally just mention it was animated and that's it. Everyone's gonna be like, who are you talking to? What do you mean animated? He's like, the audience knows. You know, here's a quick little something from work a couple days ago, maybe last week. So I got a phone call. The store got a phone call. This dude was asking about insurance, because of course he was. So he told me his insurance can claim $600 for him. He was like, if I come in and I give you guys $200, can you guys claim the $600 for me? I'm like, no. Hell no, we're not... Like, I'm not essentially giving you a free $400. I'm not doing that. Hell no. And he was talking as, like, he wanted me to direct claim for him. Like, me to claim it for him. Because the business offers that. It's like, I ain't doing it for you. I'm not giving you a free $400. Like, I'm not doing that. I've had that asked so many times too. It's like, can I give you less and you give me all that my insurance claims? I'm like, why would I do that? I don't know, I kind of ran out of things to say now. I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I know by the time anyone watches this, that film would have released long ago, but for me, it only released beginning of this month. It's only September 29th for me. That film came out September 3rd. At this point, I'm just gonna wait for it to become available on Disney Plus mid-October. It should be available after 45 days after theatrical release. So sometime in mid-October I'll see it. But I will have to go to theaters to see Venom 2. Once again, if you're seeing this in the future, this is the point in time I'm at. So hi, how's the future? Are we doing better? How far in the future are you? Like, comment down below. So I still need 4 more. Almost done. Almost done. So what games do I have coming up? All-Stars Brawl, of course. I got Kirby and the Forgotten Land coming out next year. Not too many other games I'm too hyped for. Smash is coming to an end. Trying to think, what other games am I hyped for coming out soon, aside from Breath of the Wild 2? Oh, I got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then Legends Arceus, of course, the Pokemon games. We just got Cleavor revealed, the Scyther evolution. When I saw it, I was thinking to myself, that thing looks like a combination of Kadabra and Scyther. I saw people on Discord saying it looks like Hobo Scyther. Like, the trailer was still new. At that point, nobody looked at the website yet. I think I was actually the first person in the entire Discord server to bring up, it's actually a Scyther evolution. Did no one check the website? I sent them a screenshot of the text saying it's an evolution of Scyther. And everyone was shocked. And it wasn't until that moment I'm like, yep, that makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why it looks so much like Scyther. Hobo Scyther. You know, it's getting colder out lately. Obviously, it's the end of September. I can't believe the year has already flown by. We're almost in October. Month 10 out of 12. You know, I kind of forgot October was Halloween themed. I don't even remember what happened last year on October. On Halloween. Nobody trick-or-treats anymore. I imagine one day if I have kids, they're not going to trick-or-treat, like trick-or-treating not a thing anymore. Which is honestly a real shame. That was fun when I was a kid. You know, say 50 years from now, in the year 2071? Yeah, 50 years from now. Gonna reflect back with all my friends, be like, remember when kids used to trick or treat? Man, that's an ancient relic of a holiday tradition. It's like those were good times. You know, if there's any sort of horror movie that I will never, ever in my life go back to and ever revisit, it's Boogeyman. Everyone's got that horror movie that is theirs. For me, it's Boogeyman. I don't even want to say his name too many times. I'm not even going to say the title of the film anymore. Hell no. It's kind of like, well, my sister, she's deathly afraid of Chucky. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It's just a doll. I'd whoop his little ass. So that's her horror movie fear. For me, it's that one, which I shall not name anymore. You know, it's kind of like Beetlejuice. You know it's fake. It's fiction. But you just don't want to risk saying the name. It's like, yep, that's not happening. Nope, not happening. I think it was the third film that scarred me as a kid. I was with my parents, like, at that time, I was like a 6-year-old child. I still slept in my parents' room with them. So it was the dark of night. It was on TV because my dad was watching it. And because, you know, I was scared, but I was so invested, so I was watching it too, and I was just scarred. For so long, I was not able to be alone in the dark, alone in a room. It's like, that's not happening. I really got reminded by that Puppet Combo game recently, the Power Wash one with the washing machine. Because I remember one scene in the film. You know, the certain, monster of the film came out of like, crawled out of a spinner washing machine. Just grabbed one of the girls, just pulled her in and started spinning. And then when the washing machine opened, all of this red, all this blood poured out. Is like, yep, I'm never rewatching that film. What the fuck was that sound? Was that the Yiga? Y'all heard that, right? My boy really said, done with the spoilers yet? Guess not. And then said bye. But yeah, I'm never rewatching that film. I'm sure because it's such an old film, if I look back now, I'll see how lame, how stupid, how, old the special effects were and whatever. Like, I'm sure if I look back now, I can see all the horror movie tropes, how they shot the film. Be like, wow, this ain't scary no more. I'm a grown-ass adult now. I'm not scared by this. I'm sure if I rewatch the film, it'll be like that. But right now, I don't think I will ever rewatch that film. It's like, that's never happening. I'm never going to be ballsy enough to rewatch that film. An hour and 22 minutes. Maybe I will hit that 2-hour mark. So once we're done upgrading all our armors tonight, or today, depending on when you're watching this, once we're done, we're finally going to move on to the next thing. Which should be the Koroks. We're finally going to do the Koroks. Let me just actually double check what I have next to do. Let me just take some water in. Why did I say take some water in? Who the hell says that? But yeah, let me just take a look. Let's see. Yep, up next should be the Koroks. So next time, we are going to start hunting down every Korok in this game. In just a second, I'll check how many Koroks I got. 900 Koroks. Okay. Watch the Koroks take less parts than upgrading all the freaking armors did. Then again, I don't know. Some Koroks are pretty tough. There's one up in Death Mountain that was so incredibly difficult. I kind of actually ran out of things to talk about. So early this morning, I was getting ready for work, getting ready for the day. I was taking a shower, washing my hair. I finished showering, I turned off the water. I look up, and there was a centipede crawling on the ceiling of my shower. And I'm just like, holy shit, and I just ran away. You know, I quickly dried off, put some clothes on, came out the bathroom and called someone to take care of this thing. Unfortunately, it's like RIP to that little worm. Had I, had enough time, had I had enough balls, I could have put it in a little container and put it outside. But, you know, I was preparing for work. I had to get going. It's like, unfortunately, that thing had to die. I can't wait for winter. You know, no more bugs. Where is this thing? There it is. Well, not no more, but less common with the bugs. Remember a couple, who knows how long ago, I said there was a spider in the corner of the room? Like the room I'm currently playing in, there's a spider still in the corner of the room. That's still there, by the way. It hasn't moved much since then. It's definitely alive, because I've seen it move slightly. It's in a different position. And no, it's not like an egg sac, because I see it has the arms. It is a spider just hanging up there. So I don't know, why is there a spider just in the corner of my room, not doing anything? Hasn't really left the spot ever since. Doesn't that thing have to eat? That spider's probably looking at me right now, like realizing I'm talking about it. Like, what is fat human over there talking about me for? What is ugly human over there? Like, how dare it talk about me? Right now it's probably looking at me like, how dare it put words into my mouth? I am creeped out by the fact that a tiny little creature in the corner of my room is potentially staring and thinking about me. In a creepy way. In a vicious way. That's it, I'm just creeped out by it. I just had to be born into this life. I just have to exist being arachnophobic, don't I? You know, in order to get over your fears, you have to have the courage to face your fears. I will never let a spider crawl onto me and have people tell me it like, you see, it's harmless. It's just a tiny little creature crawling on you. I will never let that happen. I will punch the guy in the face before I let them put a spider on my hand. It's like, you bring that tiny little spider near me, I will punch you. God forbid I have a gun at that moment, because if you bring that thing near me, who knows, I may shoot you just to stop you. It's really getting cold at night too, because of course it is. But I like it. I like sleeping in the cold. I can't sleep in the heat, it's too uncomfortable. Excuse me. So I can only, you know, peacefully, happily sleep in the cold. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs barking. Oh, in terms of shiny hunting updates, so yes, I did finish Dynamax Adventures. I'm positive I said that last time. I began hunting Spiritomb. I was going to stream it last week, but unfortunately that day I forgot that I made plans to go out for dinner with some homies. And I already promised to stream, so by the time I got home it was like 10:30, 10:45. I began streaming, but nobody watched. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to turn this off because no one's watching. I mean, nobody's watching right now, but this is different. This will be posted afterwards with the context of being a playthrough, in a way. No one's going to follow this as a guide. But in terms of Shiny Hunt, the chat's going to be on stream. That's what... at least what I want that to be known for, having the chat on screen, unlike this. So if people see no one's chatting, people are obviously gonna know no one's watching. So it's like, why even bother at that point? So I turned that off, and I was like, I'll do this another time. And then I think 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I got Spiritomb Shiny. I've been doing it on and off for the first couple days, and the day I got it shiny, I just did it all day, non-stop. And then that night, I got it. I got it. So right now, I'm working on getting Glastrier and Spectrier. Those are weird names. Working on those two for living decks, because I don't trust trading, in case they're hacked. So I'm just going to play through the whole game myself to get them again. Because you can only get them after becoming champion. So anyways, let me talk about that night I went out with some friends. So they got this new vaccine passport thing mandate now, which I think is a good idea. I support it. Had we had more restrictions, more rules, more mandates set up like this in the beginning, we wouldn't be this far into this mess. We wouldn't be elbow deep. We wouldn't be knee deep. We wouldn't be upper thigh level deep into this mess that we're in right now. They asked for ID and vaccination proof, which I got. So, you know, I was able to sit down and eat outdoors with some friends. What was interesting was they said, obviously, like, good job, like, thanks to the restaurant workers, because, man, were they stressed. They had to deal with taking orders. They had to deal with takeout orders. They had to deal with seating, like, you know, people who wanted to come in and eat, they had to be put on a wait list. They had to check people for proof of vaccination, all that stuff. So it's like kudos to you guys. But yeah, what was weird was he said that because I was a party of 5, if the last guy doesn't show up in say a few minutes, then we have to use the table for another person, another party. So you have to wait longer. And lucky for us, you know, everyone showed up. So it was the 5 of us, but the table had only room for 4. It was 2 little square tables put together. So, you know, 3 of us had to sit on tiny little benches. I got ramen. We went to a ramen place. There was a $15 deal. It was a bowl of the classic ramen plus one of the sides. My friend got the takoyaki. I got the gyoza. At first, I was like, damn, I probably should have gotten the takoyaki. But then I tried the gyoza, and that shit was lit. Especially because of the sauce it came with. That sauce was fire. I think it was a mixture of mayo and sweet and sour sauce, which I never considered. Now I gotta try and make that myself. Oh, my game almost fell asleep. Oh look, right when one fell. But yeah, I got a pork ramen. You know, me and the friends had some laughs. I saw on the menu they had homemade lemonade. The homemade part enticed me, so I ordered it. One of my friends went, "Really? You're gonna order that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm too curious." It was $3.50. When it came in a big glass cup with, you know, I got a paper straw, so that's good. I tried it, and that really was homemade. You can taste that there's real lemons in it. Like, it did not taste like one of the artificial joints that you get as a fountain drink. It really tasted homemade. And I appreciated that. That's what I'm paying $3.50 for. A cup of legitimate homemade lemonade. Someone's job. It was someone's job in there to come in every day and make sure, keep on making lemonade the whole day. Someone's getting paid for that. Now, the weirdest thing that happened that night was actually when we finished eating and we got the bill. You know, there were 5 of us, so we were all going to pay for our own meals. We asked for separate bills. The dude said we can only split the bill 4 ways. I'm like, what the fuck? What type of restaurant doesn't split the bill all the way, like for each person when it's requested? Like there was 5 of us and he said it can only be split 4 ways. I'm like, what the hell? Why? Alright, this should be the last star fragment that we're gonna get. Or that we need. You know, technically, Link's been just climbing up and down this mountain for 17 days now. Because he's needed 17 of these. 32 days if you factor in the other ones we got last time. So he's been doing this for a full month. Just sitting at this fire, waiting all day and night for an entire month. Over a month, just collecting these things. Zelda's over there in the castle watching us like, what the hell are you doing, Link? Hurry up and come over here, help me! Link's just like, I need to farm some meteorites, some shooting stars, some star bits. Anyways, yeah, so it was a combo deal for a limited time, a bowl of ramen and a side for $15. The ramen alone would have been like $12.99, or was it $13.99? Either way, it was either $13 or $14. And the sides, the one I got was $4.90. So that would have been like $19, $20. So instead, I got that for $15 because of the deal. And then I paid an extra $3, $3.50 for that lemonade. What I was going to do was I was going to order another one of the gyoza sides. Because that sauce was too fire. But then I looked at the menu, it was $5. I'm like, never mind. Because you only got 4 pieces. I'm like, that ain't worth $5. I'll just make the sauce at home. I do want to go back and try it again, though. So it's 11:30 p.m. for me right now. Exactly 11:30. Now, I'm going to go upgrade my armors, but there's one thing that I want to do before I end it, after I upgrade the armors. You'll see. It's a little something I've been thinking about doing. Something special. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. But we'll see. If you guys actually, if anyone actually stuck around, like, stuck through these 2 boring ones, and I've done boring ones before, but not to this level, where I literally do damn near nothing. If you actually stuck out to the end of this, thank you. Like, you're awesome. Thank you for actually sticking out to this. I don't expect anyone to ever, but if you're actually one of the people on this plan who did, well, thank you. Again, it's weirdly bright for nighttime in Hyrule. You know, I ain't been sleeping too well the past few days. A couple days ago, I had a dream that really bothered me. for the whole day. I'm not gonna tell what the dream was because it's honestly really embarrassing. But throughout the whole day, I was just bothered by that dream. I had to keep on telling myself it was just a dream. It means nothing. But a part of me couldn't help but wonder, like, what does that dream actually mean? We actually haven't gotten a star fragment go that far this whole night. I'm afraid to even consider. Obviously, I'm never going to do this, but if I actually do, oh, I have 180 Koroks. Cool. So if I ever go to, you're getting a girlfriend soon, is that what the dream means? No. Like, I don't even want to consider, like, what would happen if I actually went to a dream interpreter and got that dream, like, explained. I don't even want to know. Because that dream, I do not want to know what that means. You know what? Why not? Since I haven't done this yet, can I get a good picture? Hey, you're in my shot. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Alright, time to go back to Kakariko. Kakoriko. Rico Harbor. Something else that happened a couple weeks ago. This is gonna sound really, really stupid. And that's it. It's just gonna gonna sound really stupid. But a couple of weeks ago, I was at work, and once again, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I was at work and I smelled something. I smelled something familiar. It made me, the smell actually made me reflect on my past. It was something I used to smell a lot back in the day. I'm really not gonna say what I smelled. But it was a smell that I recognized from my past. It was obviously something different. It was a totally different source of the smell. But, you know, smelling this reminded me of an easier time in my life. A better time. That sounds stupid, I know. I'm gonna make myself sound like an animal. I smelled something and I recognized it. I can only shoot this... Oh, look, my bow's about to break anyways. Perfect timing. Let's see, I got some reds and blues. I only got red and blues. 20, 40, 60... 80. I got 80 rupees from that, if my math is correct. Which it might not be. Pick some stuff up, because why not? Alright, let's see if I have enough. I should. So I need one more for this. Watch me not have enough of these. Like, watch me do the math. Like, have done the math wrong, and I need way more. If that's the case, then I do need more. anymore. Well, it's like, well, guess we're gonna continue hunting like this next time, or grinding like this. I should shiny hunt stream tomorrow. That's kind of the issue. Right now, I'm not really hunting anything. At least not yet. The things that I'm hunting next, I have to prepare. Like, I haven't gotten to that point in the game yet. Like, I haven't gotten that part ready yet. So I can't exactly stream it yet. All that work, all that time wasted, all these items collected, and for what? Upgrading some clothes that I would never even use? Life well spent. You know, it's like that that Simpsons movie scene where that one guy, I'm sorry, I don't know Simpson characters. That one guy was like, I wasted my entire life collecting comic books. Life well spent. It's like if the world was gonna end tomorrow, I only have like a few more minutes to live. I reflect back on my life like I spent my whole life watching shows, watching movies, playing video games. Life well spent. I did not waste my life studying. Because in this context, I would not live long enough to see those studies come to effect. Really lead to anywhere. In the context of what I actually did in my life, I would have did what I enjoyed, which is gaming and watching stuff. At least if I were to die soon, I'd be happy, like, knowing I spent my life doing what I loved. And that is watching stuff and gaming, not studying. I wonder what my last meal will be. Will it be something like, I know I'm gonna go soon? So will I actually have my last meal, what I want? Or will it be like, I did not expect to die, so I just had another meal like I always would, and then I die in my sleep of old age, and that turns out to be my last meal. One day it'll happen. Unfortunately, but it will. Alright, looks like we do have enough. Now I'm afraid, do I have enough sapphires? Okay, yes I do. Wow, I have just enough. I only have 2 sapphires left. Looked like she was about to eat me. About to swallow me whole. Pause. And that's it. Done. We have upgraded all our clothes. I literally just put it on too. Give me my sword back, save the game. So there you go, folks. After all this time that we have wasted, we have finally upgraded all the clothes we have in this game. Or at least I do. Remember, this playthrough I'm doing is based on the adult timeline. In my other 2 files you saw, I have clothes that correspond with the child and downfall timeline. So that's why there's so little Link outfits from the amiibos in this one, because these are based on the adult timeline, which I think is the least likely outcome of this game, but I still say this game takes place in every timeline. Oops. So, you see that there's 2 empty spots here. And I have plans to fill out only one of them. Because I got honestly nothing else in mind to put for that last one. So before I go, an hour and 50. Yeah, I can do this. Screw it, 2 hours. We're doing 2 hours tonight. So before I go, let me go actually get what I want to fill up that last spot. I think I could buy it here. If not in Kakariko, then. Right. This. 120 rupees. Hey, I can make that back. I was about to be like, I can make it back right now, but I can't because it's raining. Okay, I'll do this first, just so I don't mess up the order. So I got something special or something specific I want for this one. You may find it stupid, but hey, this is how I'm gonna roll with it. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. If you are following me doing this, I doubt anyone is. But this is what I'm just going to do, because I want to. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'll do it over there. Is there a lizard here since it's raining? Yeah, there is. Gotcha. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this dye shop, because I didn't really ever come here. Gonna talk to this dude right here. 20 rupees. Yep. What I want to do is I want to dye this. Change clothes. Take off my pants. Take off this. This one can't be dyed anyways. So I want to dye this. Choose a color. So I can change this to any color I want with these options. You would think I'd like the red one, but no, I want to change it to the green one. Why would this be chosen as green? I don't know. I got so many of these, I can just choose this. Hey, at least the dye's natural. Look at that, I'm so dripping wet from the rain. Not bad. Do you find this palatable? So the reason I wanted to dye this green is because the green outfit we have in this game kind of sucks. It looks like this, remember? Compared to other green outfits we had like this. Or this. This one just looks like what an actual green outfit for this game would look like. See? If I did this, this actually kind of looks like Link with a green outfit. So yeah, I'm gonna have this as a little bonus outfit. So I'm gonna go upgrade this. Now, someone actually told me, because I thought when you dyed clothes, you can never change it back to the default color. Because there's all those 16 color options and the original one. So there's 17 options for colors. And I thought after you dye it, you can't change it back. But turns out you can. There's an option that says reverse or revert back to original colors or whatever. And I never knew that was a thing. That's why I never really dyed clothes, because I don't like the fact that I can't go back to the original. So I stick with the original colors. I didn't know there was an option to change it back to the original default. Is it lagging? Is the rain making it lag? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade this. I should have enough materials to upgrade this. Yep. Remember, this is a bonus little outfit that I'm doing because I want to. Now, when I first played this game, what I was going to do is I was going to have every piece of armor maxed out in every color. So I would have 17 of each pieces of clothing that would allow me to. But this game only allows 5 pages of armors. So you get 20 for one page, you get 5 of them, so you get 100 pieces of armor. So I had to scrap that idea. Wow, 15 guts. A common garb popular in Hyrule. Alright, now we are officially done. All armor upgrading. Because I have nothing really in mind to put here, I'm gonna leave it open in case I get any armors to sell from amiibos. At least I get some rupees out of it. I'm gonna go to Hatino. Link hasn't slept in his bed in over a month in game, so why not let the man sleep in his bed for once? So a little something specific that I want with this piece of armor right now. I'll show you in just a second. And then I'm gonna end it. I kind of like it, you know? But I still actually prefer this outfit. The original plus the green. The green hat, I should say. I do like green more than blue. Green is my second favorite color, while blue is my third. But I just like the way this looks. Maybe I'll put that one on sometimes, just for fun. It's 6 in the morning for Link. Let's let this man sleep. Oops. At least until the rain stops. I want to go to bed myself. It's almost midnight. It's 11:50 for me. Ah, nothing like sleeping while it's raining and waking up to a nice sunny morning. Or at least afternoon. Wow, it's so bright. It's glaring. Anyways, let me save the game first. So what I want in terms of this piece of armor is I want it to be at the very end. I want it to be after this. After everything is organized. Because it is a bonus, like I said. What I don't want is organized and it be here at the front next to the original. Because you can never reorganize it. You can't choose to put it back. Once I organize it, then it's there permanently. I'll never have it back here. So I don't want that. If I accidentally press organize, I will sell it and just redo it. Or I'll just reload the game, like I am now. But yeah, I want this at the end because it is a bonus armor that I'm adding to the arsenal. See? So if I ever accidentally hit the Y button to organize, well, you know what I'm doing. Unless I actually mindlessly do it and I forget. In that case, I have to sell it and buy a new one. Which is going to cost me what? 120 rupees to buy it again, 20 rupees to dye it again. So that's 140 rupees. Plus material to dye it. And then the materials to upgrade it, which was a lot of Bokoblin horns, Bokoblin guts. That's it. Huh. I've been going on for exactly 2 hours now. You know what I'll do right now, just before I end it? Because why not? I'll end it after I do this. I'll cook, yeah. Because I'm going to need room for this anyways. Now the reason I'm doing this now, and showing it, because by now everyone's clicked off, so nobody cares. But because I'm actually kind of running out of room to cook stuff and sell. Like, to hold on to for the next time. The next time I do this to sell. Because you see I'm almost full on apples and Hyrule herbs. Or herbs. So I gotta start cooking some of them. So now I got 3 items that are starting to fill up where I need to cook and sell every time I start this. And I don't want to cook them and sell them off screen because remember, I'm keeping track of the dates and how much time passes. If I do too much stuff off screen, then it'll be impossible for me to keep track of. So if I do this right now on stream, then I could cook some other food off screen, sell those next time. And you know, it works out. Interesting, I start by selling and I end by selling too. Gonna make back that 140 rupees I just spent. I mean, I've showed off my my progress, my routine for amiibos. I don't remember if I ever showed off what it's like for me to cook the meat. Cook the food. I mean, it's not really anything to show. I just stand here and cook. Until I'm all filled out, then I go sell it. So how many more can I cook? I can cook 9 more. These 2 dudes just watching me cook all this food. It's like, what's this skinny boy gonna do with all that food? He ain't never pooped, so how does he have enough room in there to hold all that extra material? So yeah, you guys ready for me to start the Koroks next time? Let's see, 900 minus 180. Just using some mental math. Let's see how badly I fail this. 720, I want to say? So I got 720 Koroks left to find. Let's see how many parts that takes me. So I can cook 1 more. So next time we begin our hunt for the remaining 720 Koroks. And a little boost from the rock over there.
Hi. Oh.
Let's see, what's 120 times 20? Let's see, that'd be... I'm just trying to do some mental math. 100 times 20, that's 2,000? Right, 2,000. 2,400 maybe? Because 2 times 2 is 4, add a 0. No, that's... crap. So, not including these 3 just now. Alright, time to pull out an actual calculator. Let's see here. 120 times 20. Yeah, 2,400. Because you have a... what? Well, you're in luck. No thanks. Sorry, dude. Maybe next time. I've actually never seen this guy before. And I've never talked to him. I never knew he offered a tour. Well, that's new. That's interesting. Okay, now I'm really gonna end this. I prolonged it for an extra 5 minutes. So yes, I'm done. I'm done. Thanks for watching this boring stream, guys, and I'll catch you next time for when we start hunting the Koroks. I'll see you then for that.